this residence, we got some new apparel. I'm grinding daily, even days when I ain't feeling well. Man, ain't nobody gotta pay me just to keep it thorough. Just tell them royalty statements keep coming through the mail. I don't ask for no favors, I do the shit myself. I had ambition since a youngin', baby, you could tell. I'm fresh and so clean.
All right, so we're going to recap from preseason 2. How did we like the New York Giants rookie shining in preseason 2's game? We had Jackson Dart going out there, Russell Wilson showing his glam and whatnot. How's the competition in that room?
You know what's crazy? I'm not going to say same, but similar to what Russell just had. Him and Justin Fields' situation. Obviously, Justin's played.
No.
Justin's played. But I'm saying, can I finish?
Go ahead.
He had a good game. Jackson Dart, right? They drafted him. They're not banking on Russ being a long-term answer. Jackson Dart is somewhat of their long-term answer. So I feel like if he's playing well, they might want to go with that at some point.
So do you start off with that, or do you let the Russell Wilson more or less kick off the season and make that bridge for Jackson Dart whenever he, more or less starts to play terrible if he decides to play terrible?
This is a red shirt year for Jackson Dart.
Really? After going,
Russ still got
it's
it,
not
bro.
a red shirt year.
It is. Russ still got it.
He balled out in preseason, though.
This is 26 over 35, 291 yards, 2 touchdowns. It's over 2 preseason games. That's him getting his feet wet, but Russ is still the starter. He's still a guy.
So you don't want Jackson Dart to start, but you want Shedeur Sanders to start.
I want him to study under Russell Wilson.
Make sense.
Wait, say that one more time?
You don't want Jackson Dart to start, but you want Shedeur Sanders to start.
He deserves to start. He's a first-round pick.
He don't got Russ either.
And yeah, he has fucking Flacco.
I mean, he took him to the
Flacco's cool.
playoffs.
No disrespect to Big Joe if it sounded like it.
Right, that was crazy.
It sounded crazy. No disrespect to Big Joe. But I'm just playoffs. Shedeur's a first-round draft pick, bro. He's supposed to be a starter.
He's not a first-round draft pick. He's
He's
sixth round.
supposed to be a first-round draft pick.
I guess I was too.
Fifth, right?
He's a fifth round.
Fifth rounder.
No, they
he's
drafted
a
Dylan
fifth.
Gabriel in the fifth.
I thought they drafted Gabriel.
Stop thinking.
You know what?
Fifth and sixth round, Dylan Gabriel and Shedeur Sanders.
Yeah.
You know what happened to the last coach who told me to stop thinking? I cussed out fifth.
You said you thought.
No, what happened to the
Crash
last
out on
security
this
guard?
motherfucker.
Hey, man.
I
Listen.
do not think Jackson Dart is who you start with.
No.
I definitely
Thank
think
you.
it's the bridgeway for the season if Russ is not cooking the way he's supposed to cook.
Was he cooking in Pittsburgh?
No,
Thank
but
you.
he is the.
You know, like, what's cooking? We know what cooking means. So
But
let's.
again, we also know why we get veteran quarterbacks. We get veteran quarterbacks because when you have a rookie quarterback, you're going to get a lot of high. You can get a potential high, you can get some really low lows, and you're looking to get what you want out of Russ, which is at least some consistency, the right checks, the right get us in the offense moving. Yeah, reads, be safe at least, right? And if you can win safely, they'll probably just ride that. Now, if you're losing safely, well, you let the rookie come in, but you also allow for him to see the mistakes that Russ has made. You give him more coaching points like, this is what he did wrong. This is what I'm looking for you. Now when he goes in, he's not just getting
Making those
mistakes.
That's why I said similar, because Russ is just good insurance at this point. Not to take anything away from him. He's still Russell Wilson.
Great
You
insurance.
still can win with him. I think you still can be playoff hopeful with him, but he is, on the back end of his career, so he's really good insurance. But Jackson Dart is who they're probably looking at closely. Like, okay, if he's showing any sign of this may be the guy, I think there could be a situation.
I understand,
mid-season.
but there's still some stuff that he's not doing that he needs to be under Russ following that guy.
Yes.
So I
he
don't
will.
just see him playing right. What timeline are you giving him to play?
I'm just saying he's 2, and I think he's a closer 2 than regular. Like he could never play. Like, I think it could be a situation. Russ is older. He could get injured, or he could not be playing as well.
Right.
I could see them maybe mid-season, depending on how their season is going. Let's see what Jackson got. Kind of just like Justin Fields.
Let's be real though. Let's be like. This is how it was before. Like, until we started drafting first-round quarterbacks and even the first-round quarterbacks and throwing them in the fire and just saying we'll just let them learn by trial, learn by fire, whatever. But now this is what it's really supposed to be. You're supposed to come in. You're supposed to have somebody in front of you that even if you're like, okay, we don't really want that guy. We by somewhere between like week 6 and like 10 is where you throw your rookie in there to kind of finish out the season.
You guys are talking. Where's the player at? I want to talk to the inner player from each one of you guys. We've all been second string, and we've been better than that person that was in front of us. At what point am I not supposed to be out there when I've demonstrated high caliber play week in and week out? Whether it was in practice, I've learned from you, Russell Wilson, all preseason, all training camp. So now, do I get my flowers to go out there and start? But you're saying I can't because I don't have the experience.
Yes,
But I
yes.
showed the person that was literally in front
I
of
mean,
me.
when you're going against a guy like Russ, you got to show consistency.
I'm gonna tell
It
you
is what
why.
it is.
I'm gonna tell you.
Stats is there, right?
I'm gonna tell
For
you another reason
preseason?
why. It's preseason. We always talk about preseason, and that's a varsity game and a JV game. Preseason game is
Dang.
I can
JV.
agree with that.
Dang, Coach T.
You know,
That's a Coach
I
T
can
be
agree
saying.
with that.
you know, like
JV.
It's just I think you build on that confidence though. Like you don't expect the rookie to go out there and dominate only in camp, let alone preseason 1, preseason 2. He's getting better as we see.
Yeah.
And like, why wouldn't you award that, or at least like, create an open competition in?
two things. I'm gonna talk from right. I guess I'll put the GM hat on. I know you're talking about the player hat, but I'm also gonna speak from the player hat in terms of my experience in the NFL and like how my transition went. Because I don't think I started until it was like week 10 or maybe 12 or something.
Do you believe that was fair, even though you were better than the person in front of you?
I mean, of course, I was itching to play, but I think it helped me out because there was a lot of shit that I got to see happen in front of me. Like, all right, in quarters, you cannot get beat deep, and we got beat deep. It's like, all right, so when I'm in, I'm for sure not getting beat deep.
You think Jalen Ramsey had that? You know, all these rookies that more or less, because you're talking about a DB compared to a
Those
receiver.
are first round picks you talking about.
Yeah, this is what Jalen Ramsey's the first round draft
You didn't
pick.
have to.
I
When you're a
mean,
first
On
round
the
pick,
island, drafting. I mean, not drafting.
when you're a
Guarding
first round
DeAndre
pick,
Hopkins.
they allow
Again,
those errors.
but there's
you got room for mistakes.
There's two things that you also see though, and this is where I'm gonna go, is because no matter what draft you are, there is a confidence level that player has, and one thing that I know I've seen from Jalen Ramsey, his confidence has never been that of like a 3rd, 4th, 5th round guy. He's like it's always been I'm him, I'm the one, and for me, I know when I got drafted, it's like I'm in the 5th round. I get it. So do I belong here or do I not? I had to go through those figuring out. Right now, Jackson Dart, any quarterback, you can, again, from the GM perspective that I was trying to talk about, you got to save his mental. Like, you need him. Like, okay, you did well in the preseason. I want you to now hold on to that, have that fire, keep working hard, so that way when I do put you in, because if I put you in right away and we get you, like you start throwing picks first, second week, that confidence is tanked quick.
You playing with a kid's emotions and mental in that scenario.
I'm trying to save it as well.
Right, I was going to say.
I get you. I know you balling. Shoot, you may be better than Russell, but I'm gonna need you at week 6. But listen to how we just delivered that as a GM.
All of
as
us
a
want that
quarterback.
fire though.
Yeah.
All of us as athletes want that fire in your belly. Like, but what do I got to do to get
I
better
think
than
the
him?
history has shown that you should probably take a little bit of time with your quarterback, even if you drafted him high. I mean, unless you don't have anybody else and he has to be the guy. I think if you can have a situation where you get a guy like Russell Wilson in the building, yeah, let him compete, but you might go at Russ just for the insurance and for the guy to learn and for the scrutiny. New York's a huge, team, got a huge fan base. If they don't win and they're not playing good, Jackson Dart is the quarterback, he's going to take all of that. It's going to be on him. If that happens to Russ has been through that before. He'll be fine.
He understands.
He
that
understands
part,
that's a part of the game. It'll be good for Jackson Dart to see that. Like, okay, like even all the hype in the preseason, but we get to week 5, week 6, and we 3-5, and yeah.
Y'all know how that goes. Shit slides downhill,
Shit slides
bro.
downhill. You know what I mean? So, and they probably don't want to throw the towel on them so quick. They probably want to take their time with them, groom them, and give them a good.
If this was the
good
Jets,
start.
Jackson Dart starts.
Yes.
Immediately.
Yes.
But with a player like Russ that he gets to be an understudy to, like, you gotta give him some time.
Because
bro.
again, you can always learn. You can learn good things from somebody, and you can technically learn what not to do too.
Definitely.
So that's what I take it.
Yeah.
Same thing in the Browns room.
But like I said, well, on the Steelers with Russ, my only thing is when it got later on in the season, I felt like in the terms of having like Justin Fields, and I think would we say Jackson Dart maybe a little bit more mobile than Russ at this point?
Mobile,
Yeah.
no, but athletic.
Athletic.
Like quarterback
yeah.
athletic, yes.
I mean, at this point, not old Russ today.
I think Russ is just choosing not to run right now.
For sure. He
You know
don't
what
want.
I'm
He doesn't
saying?
need to. We don't want him to.
Yeah.
They
We
take
don't
hard
want him
out
to.
there.
I kind of saw that with the Steelers as being like something that kind of
Hindered you?
hindered them a little bit, just as far as being able to move the ball on offense. You know what I mean? When we needed a play, I feel like in terms of we had Justin Fields in the backfield, so I feel like if we put him in, he might have, could have, maybe moved a little bit more.
So do you think that Russ would have been better if he was acting more mobile like he used to? Because I've seen him work out.
I think
The
old
dude is a
Russ,
monster in the gym. I've seen
early
him train
Seahawk.
hard.
If early Seahawk Russ was on that Steelers team, I think they would have went further. To me, that it looked like those extra plays. He just, wasn't making. He wasn't being like Magic.
I think
Russ,
he's
right?
trying to establish himself with the greats, and most of the greats have became more pass accurate, more in the pocket quarterbacks, making those reads, making those adjustments and throws.
Then got faster now.
Yeah,
That's true too. That's true too.
Yeah,
I
like-
ain't gonna take away from that.
So why don't we like rookie quarterback starting?
Uh,
Because in the last couple of years,
It's a
they've
different
proven
mental game
themselves.
for rookie quarterbacks coming to
Jake-
this level.
Jaden Daniels, Bo Nix, Joe Burrow. He tore his ACL, but then came back and went to the bowl. Like these quarterback Herbert.
Look at the names that you're naming, and you're
But these
comparing
were-
them to
I'm talking
Jackson
about-
Dart.
No, I'm comparing a rookie when they were a rookie when you didn't want to throw them out there because of you want a veteran to start off.
I'm gonna tell you a couple things. It's for me.
Bryce
When I look at all of them, Bryce
Russell
Young
Wilson.
had problems when he started.
Yeah, he did.
That
Who?
was the problem. You take also right Joe Burrow. You can go with him. Guess what though? You gave him 2 dogs and said go have fun.
Like we didn't know they were dogs at that.
his
moment.
own dog.
His own dog was Jamar. He knew who he had.
T. Higgins wasn't a dog yet.
But that's
Whoa.
he was already okay.
Whoa.
And on top
Ben.
of that, he had
Ben.
he had Tyler Boyd.
Yeah, he did.
I mean, he wasn't a dog yet. Remember all these-
No.
T.
Tyler
Boyd was a
Boyd
dog, yeah.
was already very
Established.
consistent and
from
established.
Tennessee.
No, he was in
from,
Cincy. He was
Cincinnati.
already there.
He was there.
T-Boy
Didn't
went
he, where'd he come in from?
Pittsburgh, I believe.
Nah, yeah, he. You talking about what college? Cause he was in Cincy. Like T. Boy was there back when I was in.
Bro, we
Cincy.
talking about, we know what a dog means. Mike Evans,
But
dog.
he-
Tyreek Hill,
yeah, but
dog.
we
Like,
not-
we
again,
can't
but
classify Tyler Boyd as
I'm not
a dog.
saying I've never said dog. I said he was a consistent player
In his
that he
own
could
right.
get you- He
Alright,
was a
that's valid.
slot crafty dude that hey, I'm an outlet for you as a receiver. When you have Jamar, when you have other people,
Still
I
got
don't
to get him to rock, though, right?
Yeah.
So a rookie quarterback coming into that situation, because every
Confidence
team,
level and who you have around him.
and I agree, every team has a wide receiver 1, every team has a RB 1. Maybe a wide receiver 2 in some circumstances.
So who's wide receiver 1 and wide
Malik
Before
Neighbors, you
Jamar
don't
and
like
T,
him?
it was
I like
T-Boy.
but who's the wide receiver 2? Who's the other person
Hyatt,
that you?
what's
So you
Hyatt?
got Slayton, you got the
What's
other
the
slot
Hyatt boy?
receiver.
The
Tyler
4-3
Boyd
kid?
was way more
established than
established than any one of them two.
He got. We talking
You
about the
talking about
Giants.
None of them is better than
or
Neighbors.
the Giants? Oh, okay.
Yeah, we got neighbors.
Nobody's
Now,
better than Neighbors besides Jamar Chase.
Okay, so you gave him Jamar Chase and Malik Neighbors. That's equal match. After that, you got T.
But it's the
Higgins, you got
quarterback
Tyler
that
Boyd.
upleads those receivers. Every receiver, I mean, if you're a wide receiver
Nah,
1, 2,
hell
and
no.
3,
Trust me, I know
the
it's
quarterback
not.
elevates that. I probably
Quarterback
agree
can
with
elevate you, but as a receiver, if you don't know how to either sit down in zones, if you that crafty dude, or you don't know how to win one-on-ones, quarterback can't help you.
It's gonna be fun to
that's a
see. What about let's transition to those Patriots. I mean, they didn't look good finishing last year, but they did some really cool drafting. They got Drake May, polished and ready for the season. Have you guys checked out that running back over there?
You
Javon
have
Henderson,
to.
bro.
Yeah,
Can't miss him. Can't miss him.
Bro, running people over, scooting, sliding.
Kick return.
Kick
Yeah.
return. The opening kick return. So
Awesome.
do you put a rookie,
Cutbacks.
do you put the veteran running back in front of him?
Yes.
Yes.
What?
Yes.
You gonna put Ramondre over this
Oh,
young kid?
oh,
No,
no,
no, no, no, no, no,
Hey,
no,
hold on.
no,
See,
no.
but
I'm
hold
about
on.
to say, y'all gotta
That's
get
a
on
different
the set.
story.
Yeah.
That's
No,
a
no, no.
different story.
Different story.
Quarterback and a running back is a different
Different.
position.
Yeah.
You definitely want to go with the young, fresh legs and the mother.
I need
have to
who's hot
He
right
own-
now
yeah,
at
he
running
own
back.
that.
Yeah.
Who hot today?
He want all
You
smoke.
okay? You
Yeah,
out
he
there.
want all smoke. I think you start him immediately. expeditiously.
Even though Ramondre's been somewhat consistent for the
Yeah,
last
damn
three
all
years,
that.
is it competition or you just moving to the
third
side?
down, brother.
No. I
Third
would
down.
no, especially being how the Lions and the other people have used these double backs, these two backs. I think you try that. Like I think
Yeah,
you
1-2
definitely
punch.
try to give them the split reps. Now, however you do that, whether it's the third down back, like whatever, like long distance, short yardage back, whatever it is that you do, I think you definitely try to say, okay, he's got. Well, even if we want to, I'm gonna try to give my young boy like 20 carries, and I'm gonna try to give Ramondre like 12 to 15. I'm gonna try,
Bro,
You know
I'm
what I'm
hearing
saying?
this dude is lining up at receiver.
Bro, everywhere.
I heard he's running slants.
everywhere.
Bro, in
He's-
training camp, he's been going crazy.
You know,
One-on-ones, they can't
It
stop
really doesn't
him.
even matter. He gonna be out there.
Yeah, he just out there.
He put. I mean, that's what preseason is for. Literally, he did exactly what we all dreamed to do in preseason as a rookie, a young guy. Go out there, kill it, play yourself into a role.
Go crazy
Yeah.
against
He
the
has
threes.
a role will be made for him.
He
Go
ran the
crazy
return.
against the threes?
First off, hold on.
Again.
Don't
What
matter.
kickoff did he run
No,
that?
no. I'm not
Don't
gonna say
matter.
them. It for sure matter to me, but I'm also what we said we like in preseason. Well, with me specifically is some of the small it factors that you're seeing from a guy. So it definitely matters to me whether that's the ones or the threes, but the explosive runs, how hard he's running through people, certain things. It's like, okay, I know that when I put you in with the ones, you are still gonna run with that same intensity.
Yeah, for me, it's okay. It's a little bit more value on the ones versus the threes, but for me, it's still the league. And the thing in preseason, I think those ones versus those threes, those ones low key be trying to chill. They know they making
In
the team
preseason.
Unless you're a rookie.
in preseason.
In preseason,
They're trying to
so
chill. They're trying to get to the season without an injury. Those twos and threes is playing for their life.
Yeah.
Facts.
They
on
playing
the
for their
cusp.
life. So
Facts.
for me, it's not like it's nothing because you running touchdowns versus dudes who they hauling ass. They for sure chasing, trying to make a tackle.
100%.
You know what I mean? Whether they 3 or 4. So
The reason why I know I'm gonna keep it that way, and I'm gonna still always say that varsity versus JV is because, and I've said this for all levels of speed of the game. Like people always ask me about what's different from high school to college to pros, and all that stuff. And I tell them, you know, it's crazy. It's the speed of the game, and I don't mean physically.
yeah.
So even when I'm talking about the threes and twos on in the preseason versus the ones, it's just how smart somebody understands and controls their gap. If it's defensively, or if I'm an O lineman, how quick I can reach somebody.
Yep.
If I'm the QB, how anticipation on my throw. If I'm the DB, knowing the routes that's already coming by formation alignment. Those are things that we just are able to, like the ones, when I see the ones, they just very much know the game a lot faster than twos and threes and are able to like head to their gaps, see
Anticipate.
keys, read counter,
Yes.
stuff like that. So
Well, to transition a little bit more on running back, I mean, we saw flashes of another dog, Ashton Genty. I mean, we
he was able to show out
Some
this
people
week.
was talking about Bus last week. Now,
Nah,
you
you
know,
can
everybody's
never.
like, oh, that's a dog out there. I mean, he went out there, ran a couple of people over, got his first touchdown in the preseason. How we feel about that?
I mean, I think we all said it last week, though, that it was about the little key things that he did do, knowing that the box was stacked. He still made people miss. Certain things happen that okay, if they don't overload this box, it's gonna be a problem for you.
Yeah.
He's got action.
He
so
got
I
the
think
ability.
And
I think
that's-
he definitely showed us.
That's what they want to see. Like for him and all the guys, really. Even if you are out there, like if you're a first, early pick and you out there with the twos and threes, kind of just like, getting scouted in high school, you gotta look like you don't belong with the twos and the threes.
Facts.
You know what I mean? And
Facts.
that's gonna get you more reps with the ones and get you a role.
I think these two running backs, Ashton and Trey, are going to electrify the running back position this year.
I want Ashton to have I think he needs another guy with him.
Who?
I mean, obviously he will.
He has
but-
Raheem
He got Raheem.
Mostert.
Okay, cool.
It's going to be a good,
That's a
good
speedster.
tandem.
I mean, I don't know how much he slowed down, but you
Because in the
talking about
17-game
track
season,
speed.
Yeah,
I don't want to see him try to run over people every game.
Come with it,
I'm
though.
gonna keep it
I
100.
feel
I love
you.
it.
I feel
I
you.
love it.
I'm not
That's
gonna
video
lie, he
game
got a
love it,
stinger
bro.
on that
You
first
know what I'm
one.
saying? It's video
Did you
game
see
level.
it?
As far
He
as
got
my,
a stinger on that first one.
you know what I'm saying?
Ran his ass
And
right up off
it
the
can,
field.
It can happen, but He not Derrick Henry size. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
and
no,
I
he's
think we
small.
want
He
to.
is compact though.
He is.
What do you think his workload would be week to week? Is that 15 carries? Leaning on Geno a little bit more. In some games, it's 20.
I think-
Can he get up to 30? Because Pete Carroll loves to run the rock.
Can I say something random?
Don't get him to
Can we
30.
get Henry Ruggs back? Can we get him
Look,
back?
he
He
need
got
him.
to
As a
get out
Raider,
first.
as a Raider.
He got to get out
Look, he
first.
I
and
like
then
young
you gotta
Bull.
talk
We
to
trained
the
with
league.
him, and I respect young Bull.
yeah.
I used to play basketball.
He made a mistake.
We understand
That's a
that.
tough
I think
one,
he's
man.
a hooper. We all know that on the
Yeah.
football
We
field.
need-
It's
we
just
need-
you got to handle the
we
legal
need-
side. And
Okay, we need a receiver.
well,
We need something.
he got to do his time, and then when he gets out, that's between him and the league at the end of the day. We not the
That's like the
commissioner,
Isaiah
so-
Bond situation. I mean, but he wasn't. He was just
Yeah.
kind of dry.
So what would y'all put as far as for the receiving core with the Raiders?
Trash.
Okay, but who?
You got a really good
What do we
tight
need?
end.
A receiver.
What
really,
type of receiver?
I
I
think
mean,
some-
but they got, what is his name?
somebody
Trey
that
Tucker?
can dominate one-on-one matchups. You had it with Devontae Adams. Like you need somebody. You had it with Amari
who's
Cooper
available?
back then. Before then,
Who's
nobody's available.
nobody really.
You were supposed to go get like a T. Higgins if you could. He's a high level wide receiver.
I'm
too,
concerned about our
and
receiving
a
core.
receiver one on the Raiders.
That's all
instantly.
right. It's Pete Carroll. We're gonna run the ball.
know.
We're gonna play defense. We're
I
gonna
like
throw
Dante
it over
Thornton
their
still.
head.
I seen him getting some type of separation, but we
Some type.
need
I
a
mean,
vet.
he's still.
You-
I know
you got
he's, I
Jacoby
know he's,
Myers, that's
yeah,
about
I
it.
was about to say Jacoby,
Yeah.
but I know he's not a. He's still not a.
People don't love him as a true one.
Yeah.
I think in this situation, I think he's gonna be solid. He's gonna have to
Because-
be, and I think the run game will be decent enough. He may not have a stellar year, but I think he'll be enough.
I think it's just
Yeah.
tough because we're like when you name Jamar Chase, Justin Jefferson,
Yeah.
when you start naming like ones, it's like it's third and whatever, and the ball's still going, and we all know it's going.
Going.
Yeah.
And it's somehow he got
He's
that.
getting
like,
open.
So Scary Terry,
I
can we?
think that's
That would be-
another
He's
person.
up for grabs.
I
Is he a
think-
one? Is he a true
The
one?
Commanders are
To the
smoking
Raiders.
crack if they let Terry walk.
he's a
I'm just saying, but if we can make a deal for him,
I don't think they're letting him. I don't think they're
I don't think they let
walk.
him out that building. I think on third down, you throwing it to Brock Bowers though.
Jaden,
Yeah,
y'all
I think right now what we
y'all
have,
just
but I
had a
think
good
that's what you
season.
but that's the like again we always talk about 1A 1B, right?
Yeah.
That's what make the Raiders great. If you have that 1A like a receiver, or even
Yeah.
if Brock Bowers is 1A and you still have a 1B to where the ball can go either or. So it's like you can't double both.
I might be crazy. I think his production is going to drop a little bit this year.
who Brock?
Brock, yeah,
Yeah.
probably
I think,
so.
I think DC's. I mean, I was talking to Buddha a couple of weeks ago, and they were just dropping bombs like, "Yeah, I'm guarding him now." Like everybody in the league's going to start putting DBs on him, so that's
Who
good.
was guarding him?
DBs.
No, but who'd you say? What was the first?
Buddha
name?
Baker.
I don't,
Man, if you get the
Cooks.
fuck out of here.
What?
Yeah, he's cookies.
Oh my gosh!
Eating
All
him up.
right.
He'll tackle him though.
What?
He gonna
yeah,
tackle
he
him.
gonna
He
tackle
gonna-
him.
You
he
forgot
For
about the other safeties.
he gonna
Derwin
make that
James.
catch.
What you gonna say now?
Nothing, but
I
Buddha.
put
Durham might strap him
Buddha
down.
Baker.
All right. Kyle Hamilton.
But I ain't gonna
Okay,
lie though.
you got a
man.
better
Alright.
argument.
I just don't.
Alright.
I just.
But I'm just saying
was-
safeties in general.
I'm talking size.
I like safeties in
I
general.
get
I'll take that matchup with Buddha
I
versus
bet
Brock.
you would, but
Me
you talking about
too.
somebody that's way faster. I get the jump ball, but I mean Buddha isn't
Tight ends,
Size matters.
we want safeties.
I
To
hope-
be
I
honest.
Would you
will-
rather?
I
Who
will
would you
say-
rather
I will
go
say
against?
this.
Safety?
I will.
Would you rather go against Buddha or Derwin?
Oh, Buddha every time.
I will
think
say
y'all
this. I will say that we've been out. So what I will say is I was around Buddha his rookie year. For him, he just got to be more locked in on man and looking at his man.
Oh,
That's
100%.
That's about
That's
it.
why
He's
we
guarding
saying.
another elite
your
tight
eyes
end
on your luggage,
his
boy.
team.
Yeah.
He's guarding an elite tight end on his team every single day. Trey McBride.
Here you go with that shit.
All right. You saw we was drafted on fantasy just practicing, and Trey
It's-
McBride going in the second
I
round
mean,
with Brock Bowers.
Some guy like a
Telling you,
Derwin,
he can hoop.
like
But
a
I
Derwin.
look at it
But
as
like Buddha, he's already a size mismatch for like Brock Bowers. You
Just
know what I mean?
quicker. I think
It
you don't put
don't-
him
it
on
don't
third and
matter.
short, but
But
third
I'm gonna be
and
real.
7+.
So
you got
here's
action.
two things. Here's two things I'm gonna give you though. One, to your thing, we already know in training camp every day we don't go against the ones for a lot of periods,
Yeah.
right? So he's not really going against Trey McBride probably all the time
No.
like that.
Let
Probably
Hayes
at
tell
all.
it he
Then,
is.
then secondly, when I
Just
look
got a
at
text,
Brock
that was it.
Bowers' explosiveness and like what he can do, I don't know if he's really that much quicker or like faster than Brock Bowers.
It won't
'cause
matter.
He can go.
It won't matter because when he get close and he want to be quick, he gonna get nudged.
Yeah.
The ball gonna come, catch, and then he gonna tackle me.
My
for
bad,
10,
Buddha.
12.
When you see
Talk
this,
to
I
him.
know.
Nah, let him know.
I'm just being honest on what it is.
I
I'm
think
not
as
taking
a-
it back, but that's just my
If we on the defense coordinator, you don't put the matchup in 3rd and 5 or less. I think when it's 3rd and 7+, when he has to create some space, I think that's where you allow Buddha to play man-to-man. Because that nudge cannot really happen after 5 yards, which we all know. Now speed takes an effect.
It will though.
Me
If
personally,
I'm, if I'm
you
Buddha,
get crafty.
I'm staying within that 1 yard, so now you can't nudge me because I know I'm faster.
I'm taking
me
that every
personally, as
But I get what if we
Brock
3rd
Bowers
and
is my
5,
first pick in
that's-
fantasy.
He's gonna
First round
I'm
pick.
gonna tell you, bro.
First round pick in fantasy, you picking Brock Bowers. Martin, you can't change now.
A tight end safety
Say what I
matchup.
want.
I'm telling you right now, there's no way it doesn't get physical, and I'm gonna tell you why. Because as a tight end, if the safety is manning him up, okay, it's cool if we running, but where the tight end can line up, we could be running or passing. So he might come
Big
down,
facts.
and we might be running, and I might get up on him. The next play we gonna play action. I'm gonna grab him up and then toss him and try to get one. You know what I mean? Like
I'm gonna tell
it's
you,
gonna be a physical
for
matchup.
me as a DC with Buddha Baker, just from what I know, sometimes when I watch him and what I experience, I much rather let somebody else cover him, knowing I'm sending Buddha as the robber, the help guy to him, because Buddha is great with his eyes. Buddha is great with tracking the ball. Like that's in terms of making a tackle. His hands, Buddha, you know I'm gonna tell you, your hands is suspect. They've been suspect.
Golly.
But you know, I believe if he has opportunities to like jump stuff, all right, throw it to Brock if you want to around the first round, like run an angle route, run a dig. Like he fear no man. He really gonna try to knock it.
Trey probably be cooking Buddha at practice.
Probably.
Give me the film.
Tape on. Let the tape on.
Somebody get the tape.
But if you run a 907, Buddha sticking his head in there.
Oh yeah, no.
Yeah, we're not
listen,
taking that away
listen.
from him
Yeah.
at all.
That's why we got to talk crazy about
He
the
gonna block
routes.
destruction
Yeah.
and get him off.
Yeah.
Run support, that's
I will give
him.
him
Yeah,
that.
he
I
got
will
it.
give
That's
him
him. But usually run support guys ain't guarding shit.
Ain't guarding
Guard.
them.
Ain't guarding nothing.
I think I agree with Bené's point. Make him the robber, but not to rob the highlights, all the good things about that's going on in the NFL.
Wait, we didn't talk about the Browns because there's a lot of people that was upset about Dylan
Yeah.
Gabriel and
Let's talk about it.
and feeling how they feel.
I think it already it came out. We saw Dylan Gabriel come out there. He threw a pick. He kept a little bit of composure. Solid performance. Shador came out lights out. In his debut. We all love that. But shoot, Joe Flacco's the starter over there. I think you keep letting, to you guys' point, let the vets start it off. And you let those young boys keep competing week in and week out and learn from that veteran.
They got Shador 4th string though.
I
That
got
was
a
just
question.
a new depth chart
So
that
hold
came
on,
out.
I do got a question. I
I don't know what y'all want.
I
Trade
mean,
him.
I like Flacco still. I think Dylan and Shador are right there because now I'm gonna ask y'all: was that Dylan's fault on the pick? Or
Yes, it was.
He should never
I
threw the
think-
ball first, and then the tight end. Somebody got to put their hands up.
Yes.
He went he
You
literally
got two.
retracted.
You got
his
two receivers
statement.
in the same spot. We all know how that goes.
Yeah, two receivers.
Tight
in the
end ran
spot,
the wrong route.
But I definitely understand. You got to, as a quarterback,
Throw that.
Throw it
just throw
away.
that
Throw it
away.
away. Yeah.
definitely
And-
gotta
Or
throw that
tuck it and slide.
I get it though. For me, bad throw, but it wasn't the worst mistake. Yeah, he picked it off. He scored. It's early though. He just trying to make a play.
Yeah.
He trying to
You can't
showcase
fault
his
him for that.
skills. I'm not really faulting him for it, but if I'm grading it, it was a bad throw.
Yeah.
It was a bad throw. Now whether the routes were wrong, when I look over there, I see a tight space. I see too many opposite colors, and I see your receivers on top of each other. So for me, I'm like, as a Q, I expect you to be like, I'm just tuck that one out.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But he played well still,
I was gonna ask my
and I
button
didn't think that mistake. Like a lot of people were like, oh, like he played way worse than Shador. Like no, he didn't.
That's one of those you come off the sideline like, look, you learned your lesson, throw it away. next
Yeah,
time.
you know what I mean.
For real. What are they supposed to do with Deshaun Watson? Nobody talking about that, man.
My thing is with
What
Cleveland.
can they do right
I'm
now?
like, we're the Cleveland Browns. No disrespect to Joe Flacco, but are we really gonna waste a year watching Joe do what? Like, you know what I mean? Like, are we expecting Joe to go to the playoffs?
He
Is
gonna go out there
Deshaun
and throw it,
healthy?
though.
First
He
off?
is.
He gonna throw it
he
30
gonna
seconds.
throw it.
I think maybe your first 6 to 7 weeks, he he going.
He is
But you know that drop off with them veteran quarterbacks just be like, I don't know if the arm get tired.
Right.
What?
It's late in the season.
That's
for
my
them.
thing. Like I've seen,
I think
I've
they-
seen QBs towards the end.
I
Like,
think
They
they
could be
wanna
like, man, I'm ready to go home, man.
I really think they want to compliment that defense. The defense
think
been
so.
frustrated for so long of stopping offenses and no
Yeah.
points being put on board.
Yeah.
At least you know Joe Flacco's going to push that ball downfield and at least get field goals.
Yeah.
So, like, if I'm Myles Garrett, get that dude out there, let him throw it until, shoot, we don't like him anymore, and then you
He's
see
the
what
best
happens between
game managing
Dillon.
quarterback y'all got.
I mean, I guess I'm not a GM for a reason, but I'm like, if I'm Cleveland,
Please tell me you're not starting Shador.
I'm starting Shador. The doors are packed.
I'm
We're
with you.
taking a chance on,
I'm with you. I'm
on the
taking a
goal
chance.
rush, baby.
I'm taking
I
a
think-
chance.
I think
We
Yeah.
taking a
Protect
chance.
Look, Seattle took a chance on Russ, and that happened.
What do we
because
have
had
to
Matt Flynn.
lose?
Matt Flynn was the starter.
We're
when we was there.
we're not the laughing stock. We're better now,
But
but
they didn't do it right away, though.
nobody
Yeah, they
expects
did.
the Browns to do
Russ
nothing.
started
Let's
day one.
let's be real about
But
it.
nobody
I think it was
expected
like
the Giants
3-4,
to do
right?
something either.
It was like 2 or
And y'all don't
Nah,
want Jackson
the
Dart
nigga
to
Okay,
start.
but the Giants and the Browns is
Matt
okay.
What did
You
I
know,
think they both won 2 games last
he gave you
year.
the-
But still, organization history wise, it's you think of the Giants in a better light than you think of the Browns.
Probably.
The Browns ain't had this much excitement since Odell.
But you want to keep it,
Johnny
though.
Manziel.
Right. You
wanna
want to keep it. You want
So
to
you want people to come in and be like, push your door in. That's what you want for a little bit.
They already doing that.
why not just put him in
Put
there?
him in?
In
I
the
don't
seat.
know. And
if he sucks?
I'm still trying to protect him.
If he sucks, sit him down.
No.
If he's good, it's a win-win, bro. Like you're gonna have so many people get behind. You're gonna have people become Cleveland Brown fans that wasn't even fans,
Man, y'all
like they are now.
Y'all gotta stop it. Y'all gotta stop it.
It's the truth.
It's the varsity game versus JV game, man. It's preseason. He was in JV right now.
You don't pick your
Hey,
6th
Russ
round
started
pick to
day one,
start, bro. You can't
Same
do
scenario.
it, X.
Hey
August
man,
How
26th.
you draft a 5th round
I
quarterback?
wouldn't
and
say
play your
that
6th?
if the room was better. I'm looking at the room. I'm like, it's only Flacco, Kenny Pickett,
I agree with you.
and Dylan Gabriel.
Start
Like
'em.
it ain't necessarily Shador. It's Shador and what the room has. If he was in there with Russell Wilson, I'm like, yeah, Russ starting. But it's Joe. Are we expecting Joe Flacco to do anything?
No,
I'm expecting
manage the
him to-
game.
Thank you.
I'm
Like, what
expecting
are we
him to-
talking about?
Early, first, week 1. He throwing for like 300 first week.
Easy.
He's throwing for first.
I don't
First
see
week,
that.
I would get more excited
he is
seeing
going to throw.
Shador or Dylan throw for 300 first.
But they
Facts.
not.
How do we know that?
We don't know that.
We don't know.
Same reason we ain't gonna see Jackson's Dart.
And what did you just say about starting rookie quarterbacks? Don't we need to start doing that more?
I,
I
said
think
no.
so.
Then what the hell are we talking about?
Half of us say we don't.
Listen,
half of
it
us
depends
do.
on the situation.
We saw
In
Bo
Cleveland's
Nix,
situation,
Bryce
you start a
Young,
rookie.
Jaden Daniels.
Start
Listen.
Shador, bro.
Man,
Start
I
him.
seen Bryce Young have a bad start.
I agree, but he finished strong. Bo Nix
He
struggled
got
early.
benched, and then he came back and had a good year towards the end.
He needed
These are
that.
rookies. We was all rookies. We know you have whether you watch
And he had Andy Dalton.
Whether you watch a veteran that's been playing for 3 years and then you get your first start, you still gonna have those mistakes.
Yeah.
I wouldn't even be mad if they started doing
But it's about that confidence. So you got to know you got to really understand. Like when I listen to Shador right now, when he's talking to the GM and he's talking about certain things with his dad, and he's like, "Nah, no, I didn't do." Like what I love to see about that is the fact that he's really evaluating himself.
Yes.
He's not doing what a lot of young guys do, which is like, yeah, I threw 2 bad balls, but you see me throw them other 2 good balls. Like they're not making excuses or just leaning on the positive only. He's really taking in the negative and saying, okay, I have to figure out what's my next move. And I think he knows too, like, all right, I'm not there. I know that he's not 4th string. Just like I said, I believe he's better than where he was drafted. I believe that he's not 4th string, but I also just don't believe he's a starter right now. I think you just give him that time to see.
Man, Cleveland, trade him.
Right.
Trade him and let him go
I think
play.
they should just ride
Where
the
do you
excitement,
want him
man.
to go?
To who?
Every team got a starting quarterback and some.
Yeah, but they just fucking him over at this point.
Low key.
I don't
Like,
think
where do
so,
y'all want him
man.
to go?
I don't
He's
think
in
they
the
He got to
purple
start,
logo.
bro. He got to start. He getting fucked up.
Like,
I don't.
and
man,
really,
it's still in preseason.
he's
What's
ready
wrong
for
with
Go to
y'all?
Jacksonville.
Like, listen,
Go
I
to
feel like
Jacksonville over
the
Trevor.
Hall of Fame dad, Deion Prime, like it's like it's put a crazy shadow over him, bro. Like, yeah, I know his dad Hall of Fame, and we want to look at him like this, you know, this spoiled rich kid, which yeah, maybe so. But as a football player, he ain't no pampered dude.
That spoiled rich kid got to go.
He didn't listen. He'd have been in Jackson State. had to make that work. Let's be honest. We know that wasn't easy. I don't care. It wasn't easy.
No, it's not. I
Colorado,
agree.
most sacked quarterback. It wasn't easy.
Broke 100 records.
Come on.
Over there.
Like,
that's not easy, bro.
So I feel like he ready for the moment. Probably more than anybody else. He been through some down times, some changes.
I don't know why y'all acting like this motherfucker had all these DNs that's like first round DNs running at him too. And D tackles and blitz schemes, like, I don't know why we acting like that right now. He got a lot of shit to see still.
He do.
Just like
But
most
what
rookie
do they have?
Joe Flacco,
That's what we're talking about.
who's seen all of it.
You don't want to see Joe Flacco play.
I don't
I
want
wanna
to see
see-
Russell Wilson play.
I want to see Joe
Thank
Flacco.
you.
But we already agreed
So let's
that
see what he
has
can
to.
do.
Man, let's see if we can get some type of momentum for 5 weeks, bro. I'm just saying.
Who's
5
the head
weeks.
coach of Cleveland? Just call him.
All right, Benet.
5
I want to
weeks.
see what the
If
chat say.
Benet,
I wanna see what they
if you
say.
a rookie and you come out and you get 3 picks in preseason, and the coach tell you, it was against the threes, how you gonna feel?
Pissed.
Cause it's picks, right?
Picks is picks, right?
Touchdowns and
I'm gonna tell you right
completions.
now, a Tom Brady pick versus somebody I don't know. That is not that pick. Look, stat wise, that's a pick. I know that's not a pick.
Tom Brady versus Kyle
Okay,
Pickett,
but
you still taking the pick?
yeah, in your mind. But when you having a conversation with the coach, though, picks. I guarantee you, picks is picks.
Yeah,
I
facts.
guarantee you.
You
I
going-
guarantee
you
if he
can't
trying
say
to.
that.
Y'all
bro.
talking to the wrong
You
person.
can't
with me.
say that.
I
Hell
guarantee if your coach is trying
Hell
to, if he
no.
trying to dog you out and you just had 3 picks, you'd be like, Coach, are you crazy? Like, you put me
played
in
the
there.
whole game. I got
What
3 picks.
what else am I supposed to do?
That's production.
Am I supposed to go in there and not get the pick
Yeah.
or not
Man,
perform?
I don't
you
think
gave me
I
the
don't
number
think you
3
get an award
receiver.
for preseason though.
You gave. That's what I'm saying. You gave me the number 3 receiver.
It's
you
not
gave
an
me
award.
To start is an award in the NFL.
Yes.
But okay, if you got a vet, established guy in your position, it's different.
All right. So let me put it this
There's
way.
no
Is
established.
he a future Hall of Famer?
Who?
Who, Joe Flacco?
Yeah.
I think he got hella
He
stats.
can, he
I
can
don't
argue
know.
that. I think,
I
I
think
think that's an
ball,
argument
right?
I'm willing to have.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he
he got a
did.
bowl.
Yeah.
So,
that's an
so
argument
are
I'm willing to
maybe
have.
a future Hall of Famer sitting in the room. That's the only reason. Very similar to what you said. Russell Wilson.
How old is Joe Flacco?
Same situation. I think
96.
that's why.
That's crazy.
That's crazy.
So is he getting away
you're
from
wild.
first round DNs? He running away from
God,
anybody?
No, but he getting the ball out.
Out.
He's getting the
All
ball
right,
out.
all right, y'all.
We've seen it year in year.
All
That
right,
he's been
John.
getting the ball
He gets
out.
the
What do you
ball
mean?
out.
Oh my
bro.
God, bro.
He
Y'all
gets the
are
ball out. I
tripping.
agree. He gets the
I've
ball
definitely seen it year in year.
Shador been running.
out. He not running from nobody in the league.
Oh my! He doesn't. It's not about running away. Some
Neither is
quarterbacks
Flacco.
don't
Flacco
have.
not running away from
Why you?
nobody?
He's not a
But
running
hold on,
quarterback.
but
He
y'all
knows
talking about
that.
y'all forgetting the mental.
He
Is
runs enough to get the ball off.
Okay, but look, is he sliding the protection the right way we need for all the different schemes? Is he getting the ball out because he sees hot right away? Those are certain things. Now, don't get me wrong. That was I think that was against the Panthers when they blitzed and he slid in the pocket, Shador, and he made a great throw.
That's
That was
against the
cool.
32nd
That's what I'm
weakest team in
saying.
the league,
That's
bro.
what I'm talking about right now. Yeah,
Nah.
he made that, but it's who it was.
all right, y'all
Just like
see
I
it.
said, if I got a
Man,
pick
y'all
on
tripping.
On God
Russell
they is.
Wilson or anybody, Tom Brady, if I'm
They gotta
any
go.
starting quarterback, and I'm gonna tell you, like a few years ago, if you told me that I got a pick on Russell versus Geno Smith back when I was playing 5, 6, 7 years ago, okay, I got a pick on Geno. He ain't really nobody at this point. Russell, I'm posting that. Hey man,
You're
y'all
posted the
see-
Geno pick.
now I'm not posting the Geno pick.
You're
posted
posting the Geno pick for
Nigga,
sure.
I posted a Nathan Peterman pick.
Nathan Peterman pick?
Look,
Post
I'ma
it.
be- I'ma
You
be
posting
real.
that.
You
I'ma
posted
be
that,
real.
You
dog.
posting that. And it was a tip ball I got. You posting that. Stop lying to these people like that.
posted that, dog.
Stop lying to these people like that.
But no, you posting every play you make in the league.
You
Say
acting
you
like
not.
a real light skin right now.
I'm dead serious, man. I'm gonna be real. I'm gonna be for real.
It's
Like
not-
I'm gonna tell you, and again, it's understanding it's the times or whatever, right? Like I ain't even get a ton of picks. Like practice, Carolina. When I was there in Carolina practice, I was going crazy.
Yeah.
Get to the game, I don't know why. Them
Same.
ones can't get the picks. Like,
tough.
They being accounted for.
but every if you go back to all my preseasons, every single preseason, pick.
yeah.
I get 2-3 picks preseason. Season? I think I didn't got 1 pick a year. I got like 3 picks on my career.
Okay.
It's tough.
Did you play more snaps in preseason than season?
No.
Third quarter.
I started my rookie year so I was the nickel, so I played like 70% of snaps my rookie year. Second year, I mean, we brought in Charles Tillman, so I technically didn't start at corner, but how it worked was like he would start the game. As soon as we went to nickel, I would go in at the nickel, and then when we went back to base, he would run out, and I would stay at corner. Okay. And then we go back to nickel, he come in, and I go in the slot. So it was like a Chris Harris thing. Yeah. I just didn't get the actual start. So I played like, I think 90% of snaps. I think it was literally like Luke Kuechly, Thomas Davis, Josh Norman, and me. Like,
that PP was crazy.
PP was crazy. PP used to
player performance.
Miss PP, man.
Well, I gotta take it to, I guess, the negative side of the NFL. We all talk about rookies, highlights. We have to talk about the guys that, don't get highlighted. That's coming up to preseason game 3, which we all remember and vividly played in, how key it is to success. And I think this is the week where a lot of people lose their jobs in the NFL. A lot of people get cut.
Lost a lot of mine.
I think we should, each share, one of those, I guess, whether it was the preseason game 3, I guess when we were playing it was preseason game 4.
Yeah.
How much that game meant to us in our career, whether it was the first one, the second year, or third year, and then maybe, a story when you got cut, after those, that preseason 4 game.
I'll give one. I got to Oakland in the middle of the year after I broke my foot with St. Louis Rams at the time. I get to Oakland, finish out that year. The next year we go to preseason, and I feel like I had a good preseason. I want to say I was either first or second in leading the tackles in preseason, all the way up to 4. Y'all know that feeling, the 4th preseason game. You know you're about to play the whole game. So you in for one, right? So I'm hyping myself up, slight doubt in my head because I'm like, damn, even with this, I may get cut. Mm-hmm. It's always that feeling in the back of your head, like even if I perform good, I might still get cut because we all know like 50% of the roster is already established. Mm-hmm. You already going in with handcuffs on, like 60, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. And so to your point, I finish out the game. Probably had like 6 or 7 tackles, something cool, nothing crazy. I didn't do anything crazy, did my job, made my plays, and go in the next day, and I'm telling everybody like, oh, I made it, I'm good. I'm solidified. I had second leading in tackles, like I'm straight. I had a great preseason. I get cut. Reggie McKenzie bring me in the office. He's like, yeah, you did everything you were supposed to do. I'm like, all right. So I'm thinking this is a active roster, yeah, you made it type of thing. Nah, hell no. Yeah, we're gonna cut you. Hopefully, we get you back on waivers. I'm like, what? So this is the first time I sat down and start asking questions like, what happened? Like, how did I get cut after doing this, doing that? I'm behind Malcolm Smith. We got some solid guys. Malcolm was the highest paid at the time for the Raiders. He had got paid. So I'm sitting there and I'm kind of like, bro, like I actually did my job this time. Why am I getting cut? Couldn't give me a reason. He was like, you had a good season, but we're going to look somewhere else. This is like 5th year. And then he comes up with this exclusive practice squad player, which I never heard of. Never heard of exclusive practice squad player. He was like, yeah, we're going to designate you exclusive practice squad player because this is your 5th year, you're a vet. I'm like, bro, this is insane. I get cut. That was when we ended up meeting, linking up like week 5, week 6, going to the Chargers after that. But it's brutal, bro. Like that shit, it hurts because you can do everything in your power to make the plays and still get cut. It's almost like, damn, what did I do this for? You kind of, it slips the doubt in your head to a point where you're kind of like, bro, I don't know if I could do it no more. Because it's a mental game at that point.
What would you tell, I guess, a lot of these rookies that's coming up to this preseason 3, maybe, a lot of their last moments in the NFL? What would you?
Try to take the emotion out of it. Mm-hmm. Don't get emotionally attached to how you're playing the game. Assess yourself and just understand the business side of it. They already got the roster developed already. You got to take your film and know that you're going to get picked up elsewhere. Somebody else has seen it. Like, you can't drop your shoulders like I did. I dropped my shoulders. I'm weighing it. Now it's coming out. I'm on the practice squad. Now it's coming out. You can't let that happen at all. Like, you got to take it for what it is and don't make it more than what it is. You know what I'm saying? You got to see it. You got to see it that way and just go out and play your ass off and know that, all right, I'm going to the next team, because somebody's going to pick you up, bro. Somebody's going to see it.
Yeah.
Just like something's going to happen. It just so happened that Manti Te'o went down, you know, and that shit sucks. Like, he was my dog. He was the first person I met when I went to the Chargers. He went down, and it took my preseason games for the Chargers to see that, like, okay, we're going to go get him. This is who we picking up. And I played. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is, bro. It's business. Look at it as business.
Yeah.
It's the best thing I could tell him.
I think oddly enough, so I've been cut 3 times, but at this moment, like we get coming up to like that big chop right before the season, that actually never happened to me until year 6.
That's crazy.
I was able to go through all of my years. I was close in year, what would that be, 4? That was when I was in Cincinnati. And it's so year 4 when it happened, because I didn't get cut, I ended up getting traded. And then year 6 when it happened, so that was I was in Cincy, and then they traded me to the Cowboys. Then the one when I got cut was when I was in Minnesota, and I actually showed up late to Minnesota. I think I was showed up 2 weeks into camp. But I remember both sides, and I remember in the Cincy side, I remember I got there in the summer, was going through stuff, rehabbing, because I had to get a second surgery on my ankle. I remember being like, dang, first, like I looked at Dre Kirkpatrick, Pac-Man Jones, William Jackson III.
Dogs.
Then even if you talk about like the nickel spot, Darqueze Dennard was your first rounder. Then the safety spot, George Iloka. It was like, I forgot to do, it was Sean, but I can't remember his name, Deron Smith. Like, I looked around, Josh Shaw was in there. So I was looking like, dog, what am I doing here? Like, am I really thinking I'm gonna make this roster right now?
Counting the depth chart.
And I'm
bro,
counting like, and
I
they
know
said they
this
keep
6 is
this.
good.
Yeah, I'm like, shoot. And it got to the point where, and then even then we had a ex-third rounder, Kivari Russell, who was in Seattle at one point. Then they had an undrafted dude, and it was Tony McRae, and I started really counting that out, and I'm like, oh, it's a undrafted rookie, Tony McRae, me, and Kivari. We the last 3. Like, we the ones that don't really fit in this bubble. And I had to put the mindset that you talking about, like, okay, if I'm not, all these games that I do in preseason gotta be for me to get filmed for somebody else. Like, I don't think I'm gonna be here, but I gotta make it to where if I get cut, somebody's picking me up right away. And then luckily enough, when Marvin Lewis, they brought me in, they were like, man, honestly, the progress you've made here, like, you are just as talented as some of the guys we have in the room, and we can utilize you, and we just don't feel great, right? You know, they didn't hit me with the business is business decision. They hit me with the, like, we really do try to help our players take care of them. Like, we don't want to cut you, but we know we can't really keep you, so we're going to try to find a trade for you. And so I sat in the office for like 3 hours, and then it was like between, I think it was like Miami, Green Bay, and then the Cowboys. And then I ended up going to the Cowboys. So I got traded. So I lucked out in that sense. Then I got in that room, figured out, okay, well, y'all got y'all first, second, and paid guys. So I'm still in that same bubble. Like, I'm every week, practice-wise, I'm doing what I'm supposed to do. It looked like I should play, but it came down. I think we talked about it. I talked about it on here before, that Thursday, which was like just win Thursday, and I had to go against Cole Beasley. And that it would be like, man, he had a great week of practice, so we think he about to start. We think we can rotate him in. Then I got to cover Cole Beasley, and I would lose that rep, and they'd be like, okay, well, maybe he's not ready. I'm like, man, ain't nobody ready to cover Cole Beasley one-on-one, you know, with no help.
When you're throwing it to him.
Yeah, you know, no help when you don't have any, like, hole defender, nobody outside, whatever we're doing. But then then to kind of skip forward to that year 6 when I got cut, that was one of those things where I looked around the room, counted it, and I was like, dang. But I actually got to be a real vet because there was also young rookies in the room, and I had to kind of tell them, like, hey, if we all get, like, you guys, some of you guys are slotted to be special teams guys here. Like, you guys are in this. So I know you stressed out, but just don't think about it. Just go give all your effort you can. Know that even if they do cut you, you're young. You're only 23.
You got
You're only
time.
22. People are gonna take young, fresh bodies over me
sure.
when it comes down to being in year 6. So I was like, just go out there. I know, this playbook might be difficult or whatever, but y'all don't work. Like, just play football. It's something that you played when you was little. Just give that effort that you can. If you can go out there and play with amount of effort and let people see you fly around and run and whatever your 40 time and play with that speed, you'll get picked up. Don't matter if it's last preseason game. And then you could just tell they all was like appreciative of it. The fact that I like kind of dropped that on them, because I got to be able to give them that vets in there. Because when I was in Minnesota, that was I think I talked about on here. That was that story when I knew I was about to, like, I realized like, oh, hey, you guys go over here, everybody else stay out here, and I realized like, oh, that's who's on the team. This is, we still got to figure it out.
I'm trying to figure it out.
And I was out there when I look, I'm like, oh, I'm in year 6, but I see rookie, second year dude. Oh, all right. And I literally went, that practice, I'm talking about, I was on it. Like, I didn't give up a catch. I got like 3-4 picks.
Yeah.
And I was like just that fight or flight actually kicked in for me. And you could see for them, they were still like unsure. And I was like, look, we got one more preseason game. And that's when I talked to them. I was like, you guys can't have this unsureness about yourself. Like, you got to just know what your talents are, what you're good at, and just go balls to the wall when it's time to play now. Because you don't want another team looking at you and saying, oh, he not going to give me effort, or he just confused. Just line up and play fast.
Fact.
So,
No, that's what's up. Talk about a blessing for 6 straight years and not having to go through that. But
Me?
Get that moment, yeah.
Are you going?
you got it. You got it.
Shoot. Probably the worst. Two of the worst. One, getting hurt. Probably that second week or third. And so you actually can't even play that last game. And I had that happen in Indy year 6, I think. And same with you, Benet. Like, I think probably that 5 to 6, 7 years, low-key a tough spot to be if you're not really established and really dealing with, larger contracts at that point. And, guys are bringing you in on larger contracts because you don't have any leverage and you don't have your youth anymore. So, and they know that. And it's funny because it's like you'll be at practice and you'll be at the point where you don't want to run out on scout team kickoff and scout team everything, you know what I mean? And that's why they like those young guys, because they bright-eyed, bushy-tailed, happy to be there. They trying to get a spot, you know what I mean? So it's a really a mental battle when you at that age and being there, knowing that I'm at an age where I don't need all them reps, but I'm gonna get them. And if I don't, do really well with them, they're gonna pick a younger guy. If you do just okay with them, you're probably gonna pick a younger guy. You know what I mean? Just on insurance. And then the probably the second worst one was my rookie year in San Francisco. And as much as I love to be at San Francisco, I hated looking at that depth chart. Because I used to be like,
It was brutal. I know it was.
what was the worst about it? When I got there, I was already 8th on the depth chart. When I got there, walked in the door, there's 7 guys in the room.
Who was it?
Well, at the top is Vernon Davis.
Well, obviously, yeah.
And I think that made the depth way worse. Not that he's a great guy, not that he's a bad guy, but by him being a Hall of Famer, being on the Niners, like that was his team where he got paid and everything, it was just like, they almost don't even, at that point, they don't even care who the 2 and 3 is.
They're not even looking at
You know what I mean? Like, they not really, and Vernon was so good, like just didn't even have to look that far. You know what I mean? They weren't even looking for the young guys to really emerge. So that was a hard situation for me once I seen that, but I had to, like you said, kind of grab hold of myself, like, okay, well, you still got to get better. You know what I'm saying? You still got to improve, because you're going to get on film and somebody else will see. And I actually got a lot better being on the Niners, because I just took that mindset like, I just got here 8th on the depth chart. They got drafted guys. They got Vernon at the top. I was like, but Vernon was one of my favorite players, so I'm like, I'm going to learn directly under him. You know what I mean? I'm going to follow him around in the weight room. I'm going to watch how he eat. I'm going to watch how he train off the field, and I'm gonna get as good as I can. Did all that, got to preseason, playing through the games, playing, decently well, and doing good at practice, just like we all do, having gone lights out at practice. And got to the last cuts. They called me in there, and I was already sick and getting cut. And I got in there, coach was just like, he kind of like was smiling, he had like a smirk on his face. And in my mind, I'm like, what the? Are you laughing at? You know what I'm saying? Like, you about to cut me, like.
About to fire me on my day off?
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? You about to fire me, like, why are you laughing? And he was just like, man, he was like, this is the kind of like the sucky part of this business. He was like, because we got to deal with guys like this, like you. He's like, you've done everything right. I've seen, all the work you put in. He was like, man, you're going to play 10 years. He was like, but we're going to let you
Not
go.
here, though.
No, literally, you're going to play 10 years, but we got to let you go. And we might be able to get you back. We want to get you back, if we can at some point. I did go back that year, but still, it still just, it stung.
You got something you about to say? Go ahead.
Yeah, the hardest part about that too is when you, like what we talk about, we internally look at ourselves, because you look at it, we talking about age and we talking about years 5 through like 8, right? But I'm probably really only like 27, 28.
Right? Bro, it messed with your mind.
Like I'm not even
old, but you low key old in football terms.
Yeah, you old in football, but I'm not old. And the other part is like, you probably at that point really just figured it out. Like some people figure it out in like year 2, year 3, but like from like, I give most people to like the really figured out, like, because you probably figure after year 1 you figured out, oh, I gotta study more. After year 2 you probably figured out, oh, you know what, I know how to like train in the off season a little bit better, and like where I'm at peak ready for that time. All right, year 3 I just figured out, oh, I've always known my offensive scheme or my defense scheme, but now I'm understanding how they're trying to attack us because of the what we're doing. Like, so in like year 4, year 5, year 6, you're like all the light switches have finally turned on, and now you in here for pennies.
For pennies, P squad.
Yeah,
getting through it.
And but your pennies is still like, and that was the hardest part that I remember when I heard that from Minnesota when they were like cutting me, when the GM talked to me, because he actually, to be cool, he was just like, against the salary cap you count as like a whole million, versus if I go get 2 rookies or 2 in their first year contract, like I can get 2 of them for year 1 whole million.
Yeah, 2 for 1 deal.
And I'm like, oh, that's why I should have just signed a little vet minimum.
A little bullshit ass.
Yeah, instead of me trying to.
I almost switched to linebacker on the Niners.
You should have.
To get on the field.
Should have.
And the special teams coach was the one, he seen me in a couple drills. He was like, you want to play linebacker? I was like, man, if it'll get me on the field, I said, if it's an opportunity, I said, yeah. I said, I did it before. I mean, not in a long time, you know what I'm saying? But just being young and scrappy, that's why they take young, scrappy dudes, because that's where I was. I'm like, I'm 8th on the depth chart. Okay, so I'm going crazy on teams. Yeah. I'm going crazy everywhere else and just being physical.
Let me say this. When y'all get cut, rookies, just leave the facility. This is I fucking hate getting cut and going into the locker room, seeing vets and seeing everybody else, and they be like, damn, they let you go. I don't want to hear that shit
at all.
Like, they already got their preset statements. Damn, bro.
They'll pack it for you and send it to you.
Yeah.
Like,
we already sent your
bro,
stuff
just
back to
leave.
your
Just get
house.
up out of there.
Crazy.
You don't got to go in the locker room talking to niggas. They let you, they say the same shit they let you go? That's crazy, bro.
Was balling out there.
Yeah, you was going, I don't want to hear that. Like, nigga, I'll punch you.
You was better than such and such.
I want to hear
Them
yours.
statements be insane. Go ahead.
I'm bored.
Bro, it was a unique situation because, I mean, as we all know, when you first get, I was fortunate to get drafted in the 7th round, but my agent more or less right away said, hey, they got, 5, 6 linebackers in there. So as a person, I guess, that wanted to know what the competition was like, I automatically start like, all right, this is what it is. He's second string, he's third. Doing what I'm not supposed to be doing before I even walk on the field. So that's just bad rap out of it. But I think we all know from Pop Warner, high school and college, we coming just to compete. We don't know the business side yet.
Yeah.
And I think a lot of these rookies don't know the business side of it. And I think that's when I came in there and started doing the number game. And I think I had I think it was like the third or fourth practice, probably like the practice where you first put pads on. And you got Johnny Manziel out there, Josh Gordon, Isaiah Cromwell. I mean, Joe Hayden's on our side, Carlos Dansby. And for some reason, this 7th-round draft pick is out there with the ones. I think Christian Kirksey went down or something like that. So I'm like, oh, bet.
Kirko.
Bro, I ended up getting in a practice and got like, 2-3 picks, maybe a couple of TFLs, getting a ton of praise. And I'll never forget it. We're in position meetings at the end of the day of training camp. And we close out meetings, and Carlos Dansby, Christian Kirksey, and Craig Robinson is like, hey, stay back. And I'm like, what the fuck? Like, why am I staying back? Like, am I getting in trouble or something? Like, I'm like, what's up? It was like, honestly, we got to, keep it 100 with you because we've been in this league for, 5-6 years. Like, Carlos Dansby, drafted high. Kirksey, 2nd-round draft pick. Tank Carter, 5th-round draft pick. Craig Robinson, practice squad, and now he's on the active roster. He was like, do you see all these journeys? Like, but the difference is you can't be result-oriented. The success that you make out there, the negative plays you make out there, like, don't worry about it. Like, if you go out there and you ball out and you not worry so much about the success and the failure, knowing who you are and seeing what you just did, you're never going to have to worry about a job. And at that moment, I realized, all right, when I go out there, like, I don't care. Like, I'm going to seize those opportunities that we're blessed with. Because we already know when they say, all right, you about to be the L5 on kickoff, what you doing special teams? God damn. All right, you about to be, the left guard on punt. You start dreading those reps.
Yeah.
And those are like we talked about, they going to find a rookie that want to do it. And I think what woke me up was like, you got to seize this opportunity because one day this opportunity won't be here. They're going to start taking you off of special teams and you're going to be the 3rd linebacker. And we already know what that equals out to. You're going to be cut.
That's what I was going to say when you talking about the depth charts. I said, really that depth chart that you scared of is really that special teams depth chart.
And
That's what you need to be looking at.
Because you're not
The
on
team.
that
If
one.
you're not on that one as a young guy, you ain't on the team.
you ain't going to be on the team.
for
So,
sure.
like, that woke me up because he was like, honestly, like, I'm on the team.
Yeah.
Craig's on the team. Kirksey's on the team. Tank's on the team. You got to figure out how to make this team on special teams. So then if one of us unfortunately goes down,
Then you can
go out there and shine. But you got to make this team. And it was very unfortunate because I ended up getting cut that year, put on P squad. But where the blessing came was I ended up getting picked up because of Scotty Hazelton, who was the SC linebacker coach.
Shout out, Scotty.
And to your point, if that film is out there, you got coaches that know you from your past.
Yeah.
A lot of these coaches follow that ladder to go be NFL coaches, NFL head coaches, whatever the case may be. So that's where a lot of these blessings come in, being football players. Coaches rise the ladder just like we do. And I think, to credit what you said, Toom, like, your film is everything. That is your walk-in resume.
And relationships. Just
relationship.
like you said. I think that's
coachable.
a really good point, man.
relationships.
Young guys, don't tear your behind with the coaches.
It's not worth
on
it.
no
It ain't,
team.
yeah.
It ain't never worth it. Your destiny is in their hands. Their brotherhood is smaller than ours.
They will mess you over.
You know what I mean?
I
They
didn't
talk,
understand
they know each other. So,
They make the decisions.
you make a bad reputation with this coach, or he friends and family with that coach.
It's going to the next
It's
coach.
going to the next coach. So,
I've had that.
you know what I mean?
Man,
Don't think you above it.
Athletic trainers too.
Mm-hmm.
The whole
Yeah.
building, bro.
Yeah,
You have to
whole
talk to
building.
them.
Yes,
Yeah,
I'm
don't-
telling you right now, when I got cut from Carolina, when that thing happened, that wasn't like when I got cut. I went into Miami, caught myself real quick because I was about to start saying my trainer this, and this what happened. Now my trainer was good in Carolina. It was once I said something that he didn't really like, that's when things got a little wicked for me. And when I got in Miami, I was just like, yeah, this trainer did this, and luckily I didn't say nothing too crazy because he was like, oh yeah, I know him. I was in his wedding last year. I said, oh, let me
shut my
let
mouth.
me-
Shut the hell up.
Quiet.
That shit all the way up. I don't got nothing to say no more. Yeah, so what would you say about? Nah, yeah, he was helping me a lot with this, and I just didn't do what I was supposed to do.
Let me ask y'all this. Y'all think the coaches, like certain coaches that don't like, do they push y'all they push buttons in a certain way that's going to get a reaction from y'all. Do y'all
Yes.
agree with that?
I do.
And I'm just saying that from Richard Smith, right? Smith was pushing buttons with me to a point where he knew I was overthinker, he knew I was overanalyzer. He was pushing them buttons to get the reaction, the negative reaction from me. Yeah. And then when he got it, he played the blame game. See, can't coach him, can't do this, can't do that. And then would go tell everybody else, all the other coaches that.
In hindsight, when I look at coaching, and I coach 13 and young guys, I think, especially when you're dealing with grown men who are making money, and sometimes more money than you, there's only so many ways you can get them to move.
Yeah.
Low-key.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, a guy could be making enough where there ain't really nothing you can say to me. You know what I'm saying? That's going. So I think over time they kind of probably just get good at personalities and knowing, certain type of guys or how guys may be, and then maybe trying certain things.
But you can't say they know the guys, because you pushing people in a certain way that you don't like. He didn't know me like that. He didn't know that negative shit.
Very
was
surface
gonna
level.
affect me
When
negative.
I mean no, you meaning
You know what I'm saying?
He's had, he's been
somebody
coaching
with
8
attitude
years,
like
so he's seen 10 to 15 linebackers every
Right,
year.
right,
You know
okay.
what I mean? That come
Yeah.
from different places.
And I think that's the difference from a good and a great coach,
Yeah.
truthfully. Because, like, a good coach just wants the talent in there, and they want to be able to have the talent. They want to be able to have, like you said, he can, be a player's coach. He can go out there and coach when I teach him how to do this. I don't need to have walkthroughs. But then you have a great coach who individualizes every single player. If you are coachable on film, I'm going to coach you on film. If X needs to go do some X and O's on the trash cans outside, I'm taking him out there. And I think that's where the difference is from the coaches. And as I got older and I started to coach with the New York Jets and, USC and whatever, I realized he just wasn't a great coach. He was a good coach at what he did, and he was successful at it for an extremely long time, but he didn't want to take it to that next level because he felt like he was a comfortable state.
Who are you talking about?
I'm talking about Richard Smith, because he was at his peak. He was as a defensive coordinator until he walked against Tom Brady and those Patriots and got mopped up. So again, that's where he was trying to figure out how to rebound, and that's where I was like, dang, like I can't really get too mad at him, but you trying to trickle that domino effect on players that are trying to make careers when your career is already solidified for another 10 years as a coach.
Yeah.
Because your bond, your community is all small, and they're going to hire you because you'll
fuck them both.
The other part about coaching that I've learned, and this is from college coaches that are constantly coming right now, and they're telling me about certain things and experiences they have. In the league, I'm pretty sure it's even more. And I did actually talk to a league coach. He was the ex-Raiders DB coach. You got to also remember, and it was an experience that I learned really early when I walked into the Panthers as a rookie, because yes, the head coach liked me, the assistant GM liked me, and the secondary coach liked me. Mm-hmm. But the DC didn't like me, and the actual special teams coach don't know who I am. Mm-hmm. And then you have the GM who was just like, because I guess for my pick, like they allowed the assistant GM to like get practice, and he picked me, not the actual GM. So you find that out, and then you go to other places where you have those coaches, right? Like for your coach, like he's not even my guy. Like I'm the linebacker coach, but you were probably liked by the GM or the head coach for other abilities that like he don't really want. And so I've been talking to colleges right now. Like I remember my kid right now, I have a corner. He just got his 5th star, Hayden Stepp. When we took him to Miami. We had like a tournament out there. I took him up there to the visit. The GM looked at his film, and the head coach looked at his film. They were like, "Oh, we want that kid. That's exactly what we want." The corners coach, he walked by us about 5 times, didn't say nothing to him. I'm looking like, bro, what the? Like how you just get an offer from Miami, but he ain't getting like corners coach ain't talking to him none. Yeah. So then I happen to go pull him to the side, and I'm like, hey, you the corners coach? He like, oh yeah, but I gotta go. I'm like, where you gotta go? He said, oh, it's a team over here from Florida. These my young bulls, da da da. And I'm like, hey, where you from? He's like, oh, I'm from down south. I'm from Florida, da da da. I'm like, oh, you only like Florida boys. And he was like, why you say that? I was like, nah, you good. Go ahead.
Yeah.
And I let him walk off. Then he came to find out later that I played in the league. Then he went to have the conversation
Now he wanna
again
talk, yeah.
about like what I'm like, oh no, it's
cool
good
now.
Like
Yeah.
I see what it is. Like
I got a question, because we talking about the depth chart and everything, being young and climbing your way up the depth chart and looking at where you are on it and trying to find out where you fit on it. At what year was it for y'all that you not only started paying attention to the depth, but the pick and the money, like in the depth chart, as far as like who's getting paid
year 3
and who's being drafted by year 3? Right, I was about to say, I think it was about year 3 for me too. And that was like a whole new world, because when I thought about it, I'm like, dang, in San Fran, I was looking at the depth, but I really wasn't thinking about the money or the picks. I still was like young, like I could climb this depth chart. You know what I'm saying?
no chance. I mean, you got my year 3.
Yeah.
Josh Norman got his franchise. Well, so hold on. We just left the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
I just had my broken leg from the year before.
Yeah.
Then Josh Norman gets his franchise tag rescinded. So now he's not coming back. And I'm looking at it like, well, damn, am I supposed to be the number 1? But I'm coming back from injury. Damn, we finna trade for somebody. That was my initial thoughts on all season. The draft hits though. Second round corner, third round corner, fifth round corner. We had 4 picks and we picked 3. I'm out of there. I was like,
I'm cooked.
I started seeing like we had Rob McClain in the room. I wasn't sure if
Rob, shout out my boy.
Yeah, Rob McClain. I wasn't sure if we was gonna have what is from the Titans? Why can't I think of his name right now? He played Cortland Finnegan.
Okay.
Cortland Finnegan was around there at the time. So I'm like, oh, hold on. Like hey, we gotta get me healthy. I gotta figure out how to do this, because a second round, third round. So that happened, and then when I did get cut from Carolina, I ended up, like I said, I went to Miami for a little bit technically. Then I ended up in Cincy, and then when I got to Dallas, it was the same situation. Chidobe Awuzie, second round pick. I think Jordan Lewis, third round pick. Another fifth round pick. Then I started looking. Orlando Scandrick was paid. Nolan Carroll was paid. I was like, bro.
You start looking at it from that perspective, and you
It it low key can paralyze you a little bit, depending on where you are in your career. But I think it's good to touch on it, and for the young guys to hear, because they're gonna be in them positions where you in camp or you in the season,
this week,
you third or fourth on the depth, and you trying to figure out where you fit in or maybe what they're thinking. You can't really know all of what they're thinking, but knowing where the picks are and where the money is will give you a better picture of where you need to be focusing on. So I mean, if there's 2 or 3 guys paid in your position, you should be heavily looking at special teams and how you can get on there.
I'm not gonna lie to you. It's almost in a way, like, say you get on a team like that, from a linebacker perspective, it's almost you want to get cut, because the next team that pick you up, you on that. If you go active,
you're on the bottom
cusp.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? You know, okay, I'm here for something. You know what I'm
Facts.
saying? Like, I'm gonna play special teams.
Yeah.
Like, if you don't clear waivers and the team pick you up like a Dallas or St. Louis, which happened to me, like, I'm on the cusp. I know I have to play special teams here, so I don't really need to look at the depth chart that much, because I know I'm at the bottom. I know who's in front of me, and I know where I'm playing.
Before we wrap this up, I have a very interesting question, because I'm sure we've all have experienced this at a high level, but nobody's ever verbalized it. When you're looking at that depth chart and cuts are inevitable, how do you root on your teammates in that same position? That's behind you. Like, I'm a middle linebacker and Corey's the number 1, but I'm the number 2, but I'm trying to make the squad. Denzel Perryman, Nick DeZubner, Kyle Emanuel, like JB, like, we rooting for your teammate, but you want to make the squad.
Corey said it earlier. You got to take the emotions out of it. I think that's truly one of the best ways to play professional sports, but you need your emotions at times. But I think you got to know when to take it out of it and look at it as a business. And for me, that helped me competing next to my peers. Like, I've always looked at my peers like competition, but it wasn't like,
fuck you.
Yeah, it wasn't like
I'm over there when he drop a pass.
Like, yeah, it ain't that. It's just me and mama. I know I got to be my best, and depending on where I'm at on the totem pole, I know I may have less room for error than my peer. You know what I mean? But I think it's important that you don't let that bother you, because you can get stuck there.
It's the hardest thing.
It's one of the hardest things when you probably competing with somebody who can make more mistakes than you can. Yeah. That's tough.
Or
you
they're
know what I
hooping
mean?
out there.
Or
you're not hooping.
You know what I mean? And it doesn't. I think for me, it just reminded myself that, you know, the coaches, that they're going to make the decision. He's not going to make the decision. Yeah. So it's only up to you. It's what you do out there on that field.
Listen, bro, to your point, we had a teammate with the Chargers in preseason. You know who I'm talking about, but I'm not gonna say his name. But he got to a point where he got cut early and then came back and was like, "I'm not helping nobody with shit."
Straight up, nah.
Looking at him like,
yeah.
No way. So he literally gets out there with 3s and 4s. He's like, "Bro, I'm not helping you with nothing."
Because some teams don't even honor that.
Left, strong right.
Yeah.
You better figure it out. Like,
some teams don't honor that.
Right,
I could say a team like the Steelers,
it was hot.
I feel like they did honor, like, being a good locker room guy, being somebody who's a leader out there, somebody who's doing the right thing, somebody that the young guys could emulate. Every teammate don't care about none of that though. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you either playing good and producing, or you out of here. You know what I mean?
Now that's good.